What if the reason you've struggled to reach success isn't because you're not disciplined enough or not working hard enough, but because the system itself was never built for you? If you've ever started a business, whether it's direct sales, coaching, content creation, or anything else, you were probably given a system to follow. Post this many times a day, send this many messages, follow this script exactly, and don't deviate from the method. And maybe at first it worked, but then somewhere along the way, you hit a wall. You felt like you couldn't keep up. You started losing motivation, and instead of questioning the system, you questioned yourself. Maybe I just don't have what it takes. Maybe I'm not as capable as I thought I was. But here's what I need you to hear today. You have not failed the system. The system failed you. And in the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly why so many business models don't work for most women and what you can do instead. There's this idea that gets pushed a lot. Follow the system and you will succeed. And it does sound logical, right? If something works for one person, it should work for everyone, right? Except that's not actually how it plays out. Most business models operate on a one-size-fits-all approach. Be consistent no matter what. Stick to the formula. If it's not working, try harder. And when someone doesn't succeed with that system, what's the response? Well, maybe you're not disciplined enough. You must not want it badly enough. Just push through and it will pay off eventually. But let's take a step back and ask the real question here. If the system actually worked for everyone, why do so many people burn out before they ever reach success? The truth? Most of these systems were designed to work for some people, but not everyone. If your brain doesn't operate in a linear, structured way, if your energy fluctuates instead of staying the same steady rhythm every single day, if your creativity comes in waves instead of being on 24/7, then a rigid, high-pressure system will never work for you long-term. But that does not mean that you are the problem. It means that the system was never built to accommodate how you naturally function. So let me give you an analogy that might make this even clearer. Imagine you install a brand new software program on your old computer, but when you try to run it, it keeps freezing. It lags, it crashes, it just doesn't work smoothly. Would you immediately assume that you are bad at using computers? Of course not. You'd think, well, clearly this program isn't compatible with my system. That is exactly what happens when you try to fit yourself into a business model that wasn't designed for how you naturally work. At first, you can force it, you can push through, you can try to make it fit, and you may even see a small amount of success, but eventually the glitches start happening. You feel exhausted, you struggle to stay consistent, you stop enjoying the work altogether, and because no one ever tells you that the system might be the problem, you assume that the problem must be you. But the truth is, the system simply was not built for you in the first place. So what if, instead of forcing yourself to fit into a rigid system, you built a system that actually fits you? There's something else no one talks about. Most traditional business systems, they were built with men in mind. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's just a fact. Most productivity strategies assume steady, predictable energy levels every day, a push-through mindset that ignores natural fluctuations, consistency that doesn't change based on external or internal shifts. But as women, we don't function that way. Our energy cycles, our focus shifts, our creativity ebbs and flows. Even if you're past your childbearing years, your body still operates in natural rhythms that affect your motivation, your productivity, and your mental clarity. And yet, most systems don't account for that. So what happens? Well, on your high energy days, you thrive. You feel unstoppable. But on your low energy days, you struggle and you feel behind. And when the system doesn't allow for those fluctuations, it makes you feel like you're inconsistent, like you just need more discipline, like you're always falling short. But what if the real problem is that you're trying to follow a system that wasn't built to support the way you naturally function? If the one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work, what does? Number one, get clear on what success actually means for you. Ask yourself, what do I actually want my life to feel like? What does success look like for me? Not just what I've been told it should be, but what does it look like for me? Because if you're trying to reach a goal that isn't even aligned with what you truly want, you will never feel fulfilled, no matter how much money you make. Number two, work with yourself, not against yourself. Do you work best with structure or do you need flexibility? Are you energized by social interaction or do you need quiet time to focus? Do you thrive on creativity, problem solving, organization, or teaching? Your business should be built around your strengths, not force you to work against them. Number three, build a system that supports your natural rhythms instead of following a rigid do this every day formula. So try batching content when you feel creative, scheduling deep work when you are most focused, and giving yourself built-in recovery periods to prevent burnout. When you build a business that supports your natural way of working, success stops feeling like an uphill battle and starts feeling like something you can sustain. So here's what I want you to take away from this. You have not failed. You were never the problem. The system just wasn't built for you. And now you get to do something that most people never realize. You get to create a way of working that actually fits your strengths. You get to stop trying to force yourself into a mold that never was made for you. And that's powerful. Now I want you to really think about this. What would it look like if you gave yourself permission to do things your way? Drop a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if this spoke to you, make sure you're subscribed, because in the next video, we're diving into something that might completely change the way you think about success. This is the part most people miss, the thing that finally makes everything click. And trust me, you will not want to miss it. I'm so glad you're here. You are not alone in this journey, and I will see you in the next one.